Hey friends, it's Anthony. Hope you're all doing well. This week I was lucky enough to be a guest on the Capable Civilian podcast. Capable Civilian is a show hosted by Alex Fox that focuses on how everyday people can strengthen a wide variety of skills that allows them to feel both safe and empowered. I was originally invited on to review the film Range 15, which is a movie wherein a group of veterans wake up after a night of wild partying only to find that the zombie apocalypse has been spread across the United States, and it's their mission to deliver a cure and save the world. It was a unique and fun movie, and definitely had its specific brand of humor. Alex and I set out with the intention of just reviewing the movie, but as you and I already know, everything connects. Before long, our open and honest discussion evolved into some pretty deep exchanges about military life, the military-civilian divide, and more. Here's a sample.
I'm really fascinated by this civilian-military divide. Do you feel like what you just described about the microcosm of America, that sense of not being understood, do you think that, is that something that bothers veterans, that they get out and they feel like people, the typical people they meet, whether it's at work or just socially, just don't get what they've been through or what they've experienced, especially combat veterans?
I do. I feel like when you get out of the military, the military isn't necessarily the best place to be a complete person. It's not the best place to be in touch with yourself emotionally, spiritually, mentally, even physically. Because oftentimes you're asking your body to do things as your body is balking against those things and telling you, dude, I can't go on. I'm done. So if you're really in touch with your body and you're in touch with yourself, and you say, I think I need some time, or I think I need, that you don't have that. That's laughed off the table. That's not an option. So what we do develop is a mental resolve to shut everything else down except for what we focus on mentally. I don't care the dangers of the situation, how physically exhausted I am. My best friend who I grew up with was just next to me, and now he's not anymore. And you still have to keep on with the mission. So whatever you have to do, if you have to shut yourself off emotionally, then do that. If you have to develop a sense of humor where you try to joke about the most painful things so that you don't feel them, do that. Whatever you have to do, you have to do that in order to be an effective soldier, Marine, especially when you start talking about these elite groups, Rangers and special forces guys. You have to do that. And that's what makes a great soldier or a highly effective military. The problem with that, obviously, is it's not healthy, right? It's not a healthy place to be. And you can't live your life there. You can't live your life in that kind of way of being shut off emotionally. It lends to, why do you think there's so many, the divorce rate is so high in military personnel, especially people who have been deployed, or the cases of abuse or domestic abuse or drug abuse? It's because they're not whole. They're not healthy. And it's kind of a weird place to be in, because I didn't necessarily understand all this when I was getting out. But as I was able to kind of look at myself and see these big gaps of development, fortunately for me, I was able to kind of figure it out that, oh, wow, I have these huge holes of personal development that were a benefit to me while I was in, but are now becoming a detriment to me. So if I don't get my arms around this and figure out, how to develop myself, I'm going to get swallowed up like a lot of people do. Alex did a great job driving the conversation. I want to thank him for having me on his show, and you can find more of his work at capablecivilian.com. For our complete conversation, the link is in the comments below. Feel free to listen to it in its entirety or jump around and catch a part that resonates with you. Thanks for your time. We'll talk again soon. I'm Anthony Curtis, and remember, everything connects. Love and respect.